Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ìkànnì Yorùbá Entertainment Gist, níbi tí a ti ń mú àwọn ìròyìn Yorùbá àti àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ wá sí etí ìgbọ̀yìn. Ẹ máa bá wa kálọ.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé as we speak now, the story ti princess lóun fi set reason tó fi set Baba Ijesha up. Tí Baba Ijesha bá ọmọ sùn when she was 7. They were total lies. Nothing like that ever happened. Princess said on TVC, oh yes, Obasun. Despite the fact that Titi December sorry, she did not provide a single evidence or a witness to actually establish that when the girl was 7 years old, yes, truly, Baba Ijesha forgot come on. And it turned out to be that police in Lagos State, before they transferred it to the Lagos State government, they said, wait, let's do our job. We don't want noise. The public princess cried, Iyabo is out there. No, let's do our job. Let's first establish whether the girl in question, if you said she is 14, let's now establish whether she was truly defiled or not. Police took the girl. A few days after Baba Ijesha was detained, they ran a test on the girl. Nígbàtí wọ́n máa ṣe test lórí ọmọ yẹn, wọ́n realize pé what? Test is pé healing broken hymen. That means our virginity was just taken a few months ago, and it is just healing up. The test further confirmed, it says, evidence of perpetual penetration. Laying back on this virgin recently, and there was evidence of semen, presence of semen in her body. Everything Dr. Kasile has nothing to do with Baba Ijesha. But they've already made a hell of a noise. Princess, and they've already nailed Baba Ijesha. The government had already swung in. And they've already set him up. Like, come, watch a film with the same girl. Now, all these things still test the was actually perpetrated by one Damola Adekola and security lay princess Tunde. And this happened in 2020. 2020. Princess set Baba Ijesha up in April 2021. Now, Princess concocted a lies, a drama, and told all of you that Unto Shele happened 7 years ago. But Omoyen Sofo Unko. Lo set Baba Ijesha up, confirm. And all of you followed it. Because when I was speaking then, people like this young lady, who is my colleague, refused to let you hear. I always tell you, I am not. How can I be a decorated human rights ambassador? How can I carry the flag of America? I was decorated as a human rights ambassador in the American embassy. I have an affiliation with Lagos State House of Assembly. I'm an Ikoba. I am a Nollywood actor. Small fry. At the end of the day, anybody but in the Nollywood tashi, I am a king Arabani in my own right. So for anybody to now think that the next thing I want to do with my hard-earned name and reputation is to give backup to a sexual predator, it's quite appalling. But do these people take time to schedule diligence, or because they believe that people on social media, they don't read, they don't take time to think, they don't wait, and they voice and tactics do. Now, Princess claimed that this girl was 14 then. From evidence of age. Princess claimed that this girl was defiled when she was 7. Although Princess that means the girl will be suffering multiple tears. And that means you would have taken her to one hospital or a clinic. And then that is a good evidence. But without any iota of evidence or a witness, you all believed her because she was able to orchestrate a setup in that present 2021. And the reason why it was so easy for her to get that, sorry, one cover of going with the pariwo. When it talk about CCTV at the camera to set up, Emma Boshe Bere, Boshe Fioma Joko, to my Jokosi, Akabilomawa, Ibatoma Wale, be or Shell Live, Baba Ijesha Tomoye, a Sitomoye Sok, Agalabalum, but on Shele, Bubu to Shele, Coffee Beresin, Baba Ijesha. Hello, video your part, don't post a balancing. Bubu is so silent, why to show less than 7 years, you know, Bello would join to 5 minutes ago, 20, 30 minutes ago, I thought I came here to meet a friend. And then you choose to all believe the old gibberish. I keep saying this. tẹ́ bá fẹ́ dá Nàìjíríà padà kẹ́dẹ̀ bímọ sílẹ̀ ẹbí ti yẹn orí àwọn ọmọ wa ló máa yóò ń ṣe èpè mọ́ àjọ máa enjoy ẹ̀ àwọn àjọ máa gbádùn ẹ̀ ni. If we want this country to move forward, we will play a part, reduce it, and then have our children to progress on the little whatever we must have done. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo wa la ní serious problem. Tọ́ba ń sọ̀rọ̀ activity pé ọ̀njà àgbàrá níbo ni gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wà nàbí. The moment they saw in 2018 that American embassy fún Yomi Fabiyi ní American ambassador, kí ni Yomi yẹn lè ṣe táwọn ò lè ṣe ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. I might make it so easy for anybody. Torí èmi ò ń ṣe ìgbéraga, mi ò live fake life. But I always tell you that what Princess set up, the propensity for that action is error. It does not have, the prerequisite for that action is error. It does not have propensity law. In that time, they court. Now, let me bust your bubble. When police now spoke to that girl, under the law, the process again here without the eye, I'll be guiding her. I won't be so, I'm going to go. Lagbajabai, Lumbabiso, Kudanko, Baba Ijesha. Damola Adekola, but Damola Talo Jabe, only but Eliwaloa, be a blue mommy on it. Talo to Beso, only security there, to Okele. Police swung into action, but they couldn't arrest the Okele. He's still at large. And they picked up Damola Adekola. One feed Damola Adekola is in the center, Baba Ijesha. And we thought the truth will be established. All of my people can do so the case here. Now, once you move Damola Adekola, and what's listen, oh, yeah, got court, and you fair job, catching your jewel labe. Come as a couple and down, let this case get to court, and then you come and establish. Damola Adekola now, oh, I cause no statement, coach me. Let you to cause a girlfriend, when you're multi princess, it's been a daughter. Be the lower princess, and I challenge Iyabo, don't you? Why can't you ask, princess, 7 years, oh, my papa was well, which I could only. You want for your set up, what's it? So now you are able to buy it. So it wasn't because you care about that girl. So now you put in Baba Ijesha, cell, to one police cell. The same your neighbor, Tomo, put in Bomoso, last in 2020. You did not even care about the girl, or pada. Now to finish, they resumed. Oh, my shame, no, oh, continue pressing, do pada, more princess Lara. Come up, investigation. Come up with people like Break the Silence Foundation will stand up. Police went to pick the girl up after and they found sperm on her. And they arrested Damola Adekola. So there is a Damola Adekola nítorí ìtìjú. Gbogbo yín ti fẹnu já wáyà lọ. Ẹ ti gbé ara yín ṣépè láì ṣe mi. Now, it turns out that wale menu ba Damola Adekola mo, and you aided the government and these terrible people. Nígbà tó máa charge the case in court. Make it make sense. The same investigation, same victim, same case. They want to move Damola Adekola, the security of Princess House. Okay, what's up? Nínú case file ọlọ́pàá. And no sipanti can no be Yomi Fabiyi moso. Cause you have right to request for it. Under the Freedom of Information Bill. It was of it's nothing but the truth. One move boy. Oh, I no sell Baba Ijesha. Because most of you don't know, go back to Baba Ijesha. Police is shame. They arrested another person. Tonje Damola Adekola. Eripe Princess Iyabo Ojo Benuba Damola Adekola yẹn. They refused to mention him. Because on 14. Ọlọ́pàá realize eventually Damola Adekola don't have any evidence to go about. Because all you are they voluntarily confess yes. Meanwhile, in 2020, Princess ti pariwo le Damola Adekola àti security ilé lórí pé nǹkan tó bọ́ mọ́ ẹ ṣe. She refused to tell the police. Mo wá sọ gbogbo eléyìí. Iyabo gbogbo yẹn gbọ́. Princess yìí, she's not a genuine complainant. Ohun tó tó pọ̀ yìí, organized crime ló pè. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta bẹ́ẹ̀. I am fighting for this girl. Baba Ijesha ní right to bail because kò sí evidence pé Baba Ijesha bọ́ sùn. The only evidence tó ṣì wà lẹ̀ is sexual assault on a minor. That is, tó bá ti prove ẹ pé 14 lọ́mọ yẹn, Baba Ijesha máa jẹ̀bi. But the only thing that is germane and sacrosanct is that number one, if you claim the girl is 14, but in Lagos State Government, Ministry of Justice, I am putting my life on the line down for this. If you are going to accept, if 14 years in your princess dance, then the same law must apply to princess, must apply to Damola Adekola. Because now, whether you like it or not, if the girl is 14, in Bolowa, in Nuofi, the same child protection law says that no adult, Obanio, Adajonio, Olopanio, you must never, under any circumstances, groom a minor to submit a body for any sexual activity. o fẹ́ de pápẹ́ fún yàn ni o fẹ́ ṣe investigation ni o. It is a serious criminal offense on the part of any police officer, any judge, any parent. Kò sọ fún ọmọ tí ò tí tójú bọ́ pé gbé ara ẹ sílẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ gather evidence. So máa lọ dúró jì síbi kan. Arákùnrin yẹn mo fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá ó máa bá ìsùn. Arábìnrin yẹn ó wá ní kọ́mọ ọkùnrin kékeré ọmọ 10 year old kó gbé ara ẹ sílẹ̀. Ó fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá àǹtí yẹn máa bá sùn. Ó wá set ó wá ní gbé ara ẹ dúró. Under the law, it is grooming. There is no excuse whatsoever for it. You cannot ask a physical minor kó gbé ara ẹ sílẹ̀ kó máa tọwọ́ bọ̀ lójú ara àbí kó bá sùn tó ló fẹ́ gather evidence or kó tẹ̀ kó máa tẹ̀lé ẹ̀ báyìí lásán. It's trauma for a child or a minor. I says explicitly, the princess does not care about the minor. It is unacceptable. So if you are maintaining 14 years, then let's go to court so that they will explain to the princess and the likes of the Iyabo. They should understand what I'm fighting for. That this is a serious criminal offense. And now our video to early stage, even the second day, third day, laying motto jig me that I was asking children that I will fight for you children in this Baba Ijesha's case. But when you bomb me law, one Baba Ijesha, but no problem. Let's go on. Now, our lórí here. Motuwa somebody princess will need CCTV in the living room. To buy CCTV, I want bed before Baba Ijesha today is a different ballgame. She deliberately need just Baba Ijesha to Baba Ijesha wa for it. Baba Ijesha will interest in no more kokon. O ṣe pé bóyá ó ní interest òun ló wá síbẹ̀ ó ti wò kó ti kárí àbó ti borí ó wá ṣèṣì wá ẹ wá ó wá ní gẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀ wò bóyá ó tún máa ṣe kiri yẹn kámẹ́rà ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀. You deliberately invited him. Ìwọ náà ló set camera. Ìwọ náà ló coach ọmọ ẹ bó ṣe máa ṣe pẹ̀lú Baba Ijesha kó gbé ara dúró fún. Ó dẹ̀ ń pè yẹn pé at the end of the day ìwọ náà ló fún ní football age. Torí age tó pé 14 yẹn di bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo fi sáré mo sì lè wúra kò sí any evidence tó present lórí age ọmọ yẹn. Any evidence? No, nothing the government of Lagos State brought out. The ministry people that way, they did not bring a single thing out, a single evidence to prove the age of that girl. More somebody now. This is our country. You think by getting scared, don't want to speak the truth. Money, it is a serious criminal offense. Money, do you think it is okay that for you to now set camera premeditatedly? I said the debt we owe every child is protection. But only will not be ofin that you will now say, Momo Penny, my bar, my soon. Come on, Jenny Gobobi, and come in to protect my Momo Penny is sex offender or is a potential person. Only before you want to get Kileba Mopen in a hero, you want to set the camera, you want to do something. Yeah, when it's coming, don't run, let him touch you. Mwasha was set the camera. That is child pornography. And I was talking that this is a serious criminal offense. You don't do that, princess. Iyabo, do you know what you are doing? You don't support a guni, a penny. That you allow a 17-year-old, 18-year-old to go to strippers club is not what you can do with a minor. I said, this is unacceptable. This is Nigeria. This is Lagos State. Never come and compete with London City, New York City. Jesus Christ. I said, you cannot do this. But Kinimori, the group, some of my colleagues, want to bring me down. I said, you cannot do that to a minor. Money ketambe, bubu wala lipe want to do Baba Ijesha. Bubu question ten pe ni confession. Ogbe camera. Hello video yẹn padà. The only reason the man is saying sorry, kò sẹ́ni tó máa bá. Ó mọ̀ pé wà tó ń jọ ní kọ̀kọ̀ papọ̀. Ó wá fi ọmọdé, ó fọmọ ẹni football age. Even kó jẹ́ pé ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ ló fi dẹ́, tó bá ka papọ̀ nulẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bàjà sorry lẹ́ni ẹ̀ máa ṣe. Pàápàá tó bá pérò dání. You knew you actually tortured the man. Ẹ kọ́kọ́ lu ẹ faṣọ ọmọ lọ́nà ṣe gbẹ. Ó tún lu ọmọ gẹ́ yẹn gan. Àfẹni tí ò bá ní jèrè ọmọ tó bí ló máa ní princess ò lu ọmọ gẹ́ tó fi dẹ Baba Ijesha. Ní same spot. The question I've asked, I will still ask, why did you even beat the victim? Tó bá jẹ́ pé òun ló jà fún. And it was because ìgbà tí gẹ́ yẹn iṣẹ́ tó ní kó ṣe. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ bá mọ wọ́ọ̀sì tó ṣe fún gẹ́ yẹn. Wọ́n ní kí gẹ́ yẹn máa wọ pátájọ́ yẹn. Ibi tí woman yìí lè dé, ó fẹ́ ṣe débi pé Baba Ijesha máa bá sùn, ó lè máa record bó ṣe ń bọ́ mọ̀ sùn. Just to destroy somebody's life. To rot him up, come on, doko already. What in serious samples? So, and it in says, well, no face on it. And I was screaming to Lagos State government. They threatened me. They spent everything to one local media to destroy me. I said, except I am not serving the living God. As a matter of fact, the minister DPP, one way I don't know, Iyabo to explain there for one way I don't know, see what you send George here, because I'm a lawyer. Olonde Bashakuso. I know the girl is an adult. The girl is over 20 years old. Wọ́n touch age ọmọ yẹn di bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ wá ní kí Nàìjíríà kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ gbogbo wa. Kára bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dẹ́wà. Nígbà tó jẹ́ pé irọ́ àti ìkà ẹ máa rí òótọ́ lẹ̀ báyìí. You are a society that raises children to speak lies. èmi ò ń dó sáà níbi tó bá ti raise ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé Nàìjíríà lọ ti raise ẹ̀ torí ó lè parọ́ anybody kó bá yé anybody jẹ ṣáà mo ti jẹ́ pé lọ́mọ fi ń tọ́ wọn dàgbà àgbàlagbà méjì àbá parọ́ bí tọmọ ìkéré wà wọ́n á dẹ̀ execute ìrọ̀ yẹn báyìí níbi tọmọ yẹn wọ́n máa wow so ìrọ̀ ti ẹ̀dá. And I keep asking money kí ló dé tí ẹ ṣe mẹ́nu bà ọ̀rọ̀ Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá. That Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá is working free. When it got to a stage nígbà tá wà nínú court Justice Olúwatóyìn Táíwò retired ó béèrè lọ́wọ́ Lagos State Government DPP only where is Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá only where is this guy only where is his statement only no I'm not going to proceed a big statement of what daddy on what cast statement this is the person and you go and do later we will visit this setup please the possible statement only Baba Ijesha wani luring somebody is a criminal offense oh le lure mi wa mi on share o fẹ́ baye mi jẹ́ o de sọ pé mo fẹ́ baye jẹ́ mo tọ́ wa kí ló fẹ́ baye mi jẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ ọdún méje ni princess fi set Baba Ijesha up tó bá Ijesha fọwọ́ ọmọ ọdún méje a lè bí ẹ̀jẹ̀ gan a lè ṣoríṣiríṣi pé even if setting up is not legitimate it's not okay why will you be attracted to a 7-year-old child but ẹ wo ọmọ tí wọ́n fi set àgbàlagbà tó ní ọmú gbọ́mọ̀lẹ̀ ọmọ tí princess mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti ń bá sùn tí ìjọba gan àtọlọ́pàá mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti ń bá sùn how can you set somebody up with any continuous sexual experience tó ti mọ bó ṣe lè seduce ọkùnrin ṣé yẹn jẹ́ yóò ṣe victim mọ́ yóò ṣe innocent person mọ́ you will only quickly establish what you ṣẹlẹ̀ previously you can't and other than that talk about bímọ tó ṣe gbẹ kẹwọn lè fi set it up pé okay ó yá lọ bẹ̀ jáṣẹ pé sọ pé ó fẹ́ bẹ̀ sùn káwọn sọ pé rape ẹ kẹwàá ní torí wọ́n ti rape ẹ ti pẹ́ that person is a rape victim tó lè fi set it up sí ẹ lè máa yí orí òfin káàkiri. And I was trying to explain that now this what we're talking about at the court am I establish yo kí gbogbo ayé lè mọ̀ pé kò ṣe pa n support ohun tí ò dá and the government of Lagos State will know that I love Lagos State I support Babajide Sanwo-Olu I support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu I want Lagos State to progress ìlú ìyá mi ni my mother is a Lagosian but the fact remains that we have to fight for innocent children out there children in boarding schools children in homes mo ní ṣe our teachers dem ma fẹ́ ma ṣe sample experiment guinea pig experiment you don't do that with children àwọn kan ní ẹ nílùú òyìnbó mo ní ẹ̀ńtọ́ra yín nítorí ẹ̀ kí n farabalẹ̀ ni òyìnbó lè gba fóònù kó gbé picture ọmọ ìkéré CDP kó bá parọ́ ọmọ ìkéré lòun àgbàlagbà ló máa play role yẹn it is a criminal offense to ask a minor to be talking to an adult kò ní kó fi lé àgbàlagbà you don't do that with a child nítorí bá ti wọ brain ẹ ti wọ people use anything to destroy anybody's life Ọlọ́run ló máa recover fún Baba Ijesha tó bá dé jẹ́ kó ní ẹ̀kọ́ tó lọ fẹ́ kí Baba Ijesha náà kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ at least by now he has learned he will tell his story fully but I can tell you all for free láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ dópin gbogbo àti police investigation àti ilé ẹjọ́ nowhere it has been established pé Baba Ijesha bọ́ ọmọ ọkọ̀ sùn wọ́n ti fa gbogbo ẹ̀yọ́ pé ẹ má jà tọ́ra wa because a lè má tọ́ra wa if Lagos State government will say because Baba Ijesha kissed the girl because she was 14 tẹ́bá ti lè accept pé 14 lọ́wọ́ yẹn gbogbo offense ti princess commit yẹn náà torí pọ́mọ yẹn jẹ́ 14 kí ló ní tẹ̀fẹ́ kó fake strike ẹ̀ gbogbo offense ti Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá face kí ló ní tẹ̀fẹ́ kó face ẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ gbèsè fún Baba Ijesha ẹ̀ bọ́mọ yẹn máa ṣàlàyé fún public tó ti tẹ̀lé pull out lọ pé no ìdílé tó ń yàbá yẹn ṣe pariwo ó nítorí ẹni Lagos State ṣe fún òun pa torí òun jà fọmọ because ọbẹ̀ ọ̀lẹ̀ bẹ̀rù lápapọ̀ pé ariwo wèrè lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pa ó kò jẹ́ káwọn jẹ gbèsè tó bá yẹ káwọn lo ìlú Nàìjíríà tí ó balance ni táwọn ṣe lo agbára pé ìjọba níjọba làwọn fífi report yẹ but it's not going to make any sense tí bọ̀bọ̀ Dàmọ́lá Adékọ́lá yẹn tó bá charge sí court pẹ̀lú Baba Ijesha that guy was ready to prove ipe ọmọ tí princess lò adult ni the moment tó ní bàbá yẹn wà pé èmi ò bọ́ ọmọ 14 sùn mi ò lè ṣẹ̀wọ̀n gbére ẹ lè rí spam mi díẹ̀ ó lè sọ fún yín pé òun bó sùn mi ìdẹ́sọ́ pé mi ò bá sùn tó bá dẹ̀ pé 14 lẹ́fẹ́ sọ pé èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ 14 sùn life imprisonment ni èmi ò ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n àgbàlagbà ni o bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ready àti prove ó tún fẹ́ ṣe òpin ọmọ yẹn ní bank account pẹ̀lú UBA tó bá dẹ̀ ti lè prove àgbàlagbà lòun déètì tí ó dẹ̀ sí kọ́kọ́ fídíò tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí wọ́n set Baba Ijesha up there was no force ọmọ yẹn ló gbà fún rẹ̀ that means they would have to pay millions upon millions for Baba Ijesha then irú àwọn lady carry out my hand